Man, look at you. Wow. We've come a long way, haven't we, Coach Taylor?
A long way.
This is unbelievable from an old player like myself. Wow. To have an event like this. Man, I'm just looking at you. Everyone looks good. I made the right choice. I know I made the right choice now. Wow. Well, Coach Taylor asked myself and Dr. Parker to make some remarks about what it takes to be a student athlete transitioning once sports ends for you. It's funny, I got dropped off here August the 13th, 1989. Store Hall, room 207. Remember it like it was yesterday. Coach Clayton's over there laughing because he remembers what happened to me. And when I got dropped off, man, my dad told me two things. He said, son, I'm going to give you a clean family name, and your word is your bond. Don't break it for anybody. And then he just drove off. My mama was still crying, but no. He drove off. And it's funny because I initially did not want to attend an historical black college. I mean, I had every single white school after me academically. And my father said, no, son, you're going to play for three coaches. I'm 17, so Virginia Tech was there, Clemson was there. I just knew I was going to go D1. All my other buddies went D1. And then they started laughing at me when I said I was going to Virginia Union. They said, man, you could be a part of the Chitlin Circuit. I said, Chitlin Circuit? What is that? I said, man, you're not going to play against anybody. I said, well, okay. But my father told me one thing. He said, you're going to have a family and you're going to have a purpose. That's why you're going to go to a black college. I didn't get it then, but at 42, I get it now. And it's funny. When I got dropped off, right? In high school, we had tape and all this other stuff. When I got here, it was about competition. That's why Coach Taylor is smiling. And that's why Coach Clayton is smiling. It was 112 players that tried out, but they only had 77 uniforms. So I was trying to figure out, I said, how do you invite 112 people to come out to play when you only have 77 uniforms? So you guys don't know Coach Taylor back then. He was lifting weights and everything. He was all swole and 20-some years younger. And it's so funny. And I went to him, I said, Coach, why did you invite so many people? We only have so many uniforms. When people drive by, you got one guy with a helmet, one guy with shoulder pads on, one guy with pants on. And he said, hey, baby, if you can play, you won't have a uniform at the end of the day. I said, wow. And that's how it was the moment I got on this campus. And I thank him so much now. He'll tell you all the time, I'm always internally grateful. We had to wake up at 5-something in the morning. I know you new football players are finding out what that's like. It ain't no joke, is it? You know, it's about sacrifice and pain, but that's what the life's about. That's what life's about. Especially if you want to be successful in business. It's about committing to being good, and that's why you get up at 5-something inside the morning. It's a bear, but it's going to be worth it. You take what you learn from here, like the young lady who just won the most competitive. Just keep being competitive. Just keep showing up every day. Just keep showing up every day. Don't stop. And tremendous things are going to happen for you. Because it can happen to you from VUU. Trust me. I put together deals all the time. Man. I just did a $5.3 billion deal from Virginia Union. That's right. My business teacher right there, Dr. Patricia. But this is your night. This is about you. If I ever be of service, my two things are to stay hungry and to stay humble. Always stay humble, stay hungry, put God first. Never forget this place because you have an obligation. I'm telling you now up front. From the past, the future, and the present, you're always going to have an obligation back to this place. That's why I think some things have slipped through tradition. We got to get back to winning and continue winning. And that's what we're going to do. Simple and plain. We're Panthers, baby. We don't lose. There it is.
So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I was asked to come speak this evening by Ms. Jackson. And then she told the gentleman here to whisper in my ear to keep it brief, so I will. As I pulled up on campus, or just sitting here, I got the opportunity to look around, and I was telling Carl, I was like, we never had anything like this. I mean, this is nice. I mean, the ice sculpture, the plates. If I had a big coat on, I would take the plate. And just the acknowledgement of your peers is something that you can't, just can't do without. So, Ms. Jackson asked me to speak very briefly about what was important to me at Virginia Union and what about it helped me to begin my journey to success. And a couple of things come to mind, and I think some of them will be important to you. First thing is that the relationships you build here are going to last a lifetime, right? So the people that you're playing beside right now are more than likely going to be the ones you call when you got a flat tire on 95 somewhere. Or when you break up with your girlfriend or your husband or wife after 25 years. They're going to be the ones that will be there for you because they were there for you when you were blocking, running, playing tennis, or what have you. The second thing is that don't discount your education in any way, shape, or form. I've been blessed to be in rooms with some of the foremost thinkers in whatever arena you want to call it, whether it's public policy, whether it's economics, whatever it is. I've been blessed to be in the room with them. And at the end of the day, I think one of my professors here told me, and it stuck with me. He said on a hot day, it was about 85 degrees, and we were having class outside. And he said to me, do you think that the book you're reading with regards to African American studies, I believe that's what it was, is any different than the book that anybody's reading at Yale regarding African American studies? If it's the same book, is the knowledge going to be different when it jumps out on the page to you than to them? No, it's what you make of it. So at the end of the day, once you step out into the world, step out very proudly with your degree, because it means a lot. Okay? That's thing two. Thing three, when you make mistakes in life, laugh at yourself. Right? You gotta laugh at yourself because you're gonna make them. If you don't make them, you're not doing it. And the only way to learn is to make them. I remember a story, I got two quick stories and then we'll wrap it up. I don't know if you remember the Michael Jordan commercial when he's walking through the alleyway or the hallway to a game. And he says, I've taken over 15,000 shots in my life. I missed 4,000 of them. I've done this, I've done that, and I've failed over and over in my life. But that is why I succeed. So at the end of the day, you're going to fail, you just got to get up and keep trying. And so you guys, as athletes, know better than anything else, or anybody else, about keep trying. I'm happy to be here. A couple of things that I want to mention is when we had our banquet, it was upstairs and we had a box of chicken. Cold chicken. With potato salad. That's the best the coach could do for us. But the thing that I treasure about my relationship with Coach Taylor is how he helped us at the time to understand the importance of finding humor in your mistakes. I told a story last time about me being on the punt team, and I've got a similar story about me being on the punt team. But it's a different outcome. And so for you guys who play football, and I know most of you guys have seen it, when you're on the punt team, right, you get the opportunity to get the kill shot, right? So if you can get down there before everybody else, you can be the hero. So I didn't get too many times because I was probably about 30 pounds heavier than I am now to be the hero. But I got two. One didn't work too well. This one didn't work as well as I. But I was going down the punt team, and it was me and the guy catching the ball again. So I got within 5 feet of him, and I left my feet because I wanted to make the killer shot. I left my feet, sidestepping, and with 4.3 speed, he went blazing around the corner. Thank God we had somebody to tackle him. But the funny thing was, right, so I'm feeling bad about this, but I knew the next day when we went to film session, I was going to have to pay. So we sitting in film session when we used to be over in Ellison. Yeah, it used to be in Ellison. And we sitting in film session. And coach runs the play when I'm running downfield. Runs it once. Runs it back. Runs it twice. Runs it back. Runs it a third time. So everybody's laughing now, right? And as big as I am, I'm getting smaller each time he runs it. Runs it back. He runs the play 8 times. And everybody in there is laughing. So then the silence comes across the room. And he says, "Damn, he missed him every time." Now, at that moment, it wasn't funny. No, it wasn't funny to me. It wasn't funny because I tried as hard as I could, right? And when I left, my teammates were riding me just like, you know, what you guys probably do to each other. But at the end of the day, when I look back on that experience, it was a founding stone for who I became to be. See, without failure, you have no success. Without trying, you can't achieve anything. And so some of you are graduating this year, and I tell you to take fond memories of Virginia Union with you. Some of you will be back. I tell you to keep trying to win. And for me, I'm just happy to see my university is continuing to thrive in the midst of all the turmoil that other HBCUs are going through. And that's because of you guys sitting out here at the table. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to speak. And since my man told me to keep it short, I'm going to end right there. Thanks a lot.
I know that the hour is getting late, so we definitely will not keep you too much longer. But I want you student athletes to see one thing that's going on here. This is your night, and that's why we decided to move forward to make sure that your night is special. But I need for us to still pay attention because there's always a teachable moment. We appreciate all of the support that's here. We appreciate you. But we will learn to sit throughout the entire affair. We will learn to do that. And we will also learn to respect each other in reference to awards. And whenever someone sees fit to honor you, you never pass up that opportunity. This is the tip of the iceberg in terms of where we're going with this program. And those that understand that will certainly continue to be with us. We appreciate the groups that support us on and off the campus. I need to make a confession. All of the groups that are here tonight, it was free. But free 99 has passed. From now, moving forward, this occasion will be supported and totally paid for by you. And we thank you for accepting this responsibility. Thank you. Along with the food decorations, we will have what we call lettermen. They will be called winner or letter winners. Freshmen will get a letter. Sophomores will get jackets. Juniors would get sweaters. Seniors would get blankets. Thank you for also agreeing to pay for that as well. We really appreciate your support. Because what we're doing is returning the pride to the Panthers.
That's right.
And we're going to walk around with those awards that's going to be presented by you that really understand the importance of a Letterman Club. And that's really, really important. Which means student athletes, with that kind of support, we have to make them proud. That's on the field, on the track, in the bowling alleys. And if people are not in the barbershop, in the salon, getting right to come and see you perform, then you probably should not be on scholarship. It's called a bad investment. We're looking for folks to show up and show out. Because it's about champions. Good Lord, do not wake us up to be ordinary or mediocre. We're talking about dominating not just the CIAA, but Division II, period. If you understand that, we invite you back for next year. If that's not your understanding, that's not your desire, we will move forward without you. But again, we want people to be proud to put these colors on. Don't take it frivolously. This is just a tip. Okay? I love the concept, the ESPYs. And we're going to get even bigger. Right? I'm going to thank a few people after that, but I think I'm supposed to have 2 awards I'm giving out. On the front of your program, underneath of the trophy there, I see ACT. Accountability, consistency, teamwork. That's the name of these 2 trophies. It's called ACT. Now, ACT, A stands for accountability. Ability is what the good Lord gives you. Accountability is your decision to use it. That is a part of this award. Consistency. There's always a start and there's always a closure. And there are steps in between. That person understands taking those steps. And we don't take the shortcut, because taking the shortcut, you end up getting cut short. And then teamwork, that speaks for itself. It's about embracing and making this organization better because you are a part of it. Don't ever leave anything the same way you found it when you got there. It's called teamwork. ACT. The persons who have earned those 2 awards, and there's 2 persons, we need to just say real quickly that they understand how to act, right? They've done it in the classroom. They've done it in community service. And they've done it in their participation. And I personally saw these 2 people perform. And they've done a great job. First young man, he's definitely done it all. Let's just call his name. Athlete of the Year, male student, Michael Anthony. Female Student Athlete of the Year, home run slugger, Denisha Chow. Union University 2014 Most Improved Team, softball. We expedited. Coach of the Year, Wilbur Johnson. Okay, in closing, I want to thank, first of all, Ms. Jackson for all of the hard work that she does over there. First, Ms. Johnson. Brother Joe, Nicole, outstanding. Appreciate you guys. Jerome, do a great job. We just appreciate you. These folks, they all come early and they stay late. They get a lot of work done in between. Of course, Ms. Mary, Dr. Athletic Rep, thank you so much. Ms. Miller, for keeping us academically eligible and graduating. Thank you so much for that. Of course, Dr. Perkins, we just thank you for this opportunity. We're a visionary leader. We just happen to be a part of his team. Mr. Lewis, I did see him earlier. Thank him for coming. Vice President for Financial Affairs. Mr. Washington was here also. Ms. Enoch, I saw her earlier as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Ms. Epps, Mr. Epps, I saw her earlier. Thank you. And then again, just thank to all of you. And one closing remark: watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become action. Watch your action, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become your character. Watch your character, because it becomes your destiny. Good luck on your exam. Have a good summer. Don't come back unless you're ready to win the test.